Anyway, afterwards, when I finished proclaiming, I stayed to pray for a while. And I noticed a young woman and her partner approaching the abortuary. She looked over, I was standing with the sign, and she looked over at our signs. And she had this look of shock in her face. And she just kind of stared. And then she walked away quickly towards Spark Street with her hands in her face and her head down with her partner fast in pursuit. I kept watch on them as they were talking on the corner of Sparks and Bank Street, right over here. And he was cradling her in his arms, and she was crying. I continued to pray for them. And I watched it. They continued talking to each other, with him holding her in his arms. And I was pondering whether or not to go over and talk to them. And I was actually thinking of Doris. I'll mention that, Doris, on what would she be doing right now if this was her. Anyway, I decided to go for it, and I hung up my sign and proceeded to head over to see if they wanted someone to talk to. However, before I got near them, the light turned red right on this side, so it stopped me from crossing the street because there was a lot of cars. And so I watched and continued praying for this family, and then I noticed them looking at each other, and then they hugged, and they walked to the red light. I was on this side, they were on that side. And they both had this wonderful smile on both their faces, and they were holding and walking and swinging their hands together, you know, just like this, and looking at each other with love and smiling. And I don't know, for me, it just appeared to be joy. And somehow I knew that a baby was safe today, and my spirit did leap for joy. And as I pondered my events of that day, before the Blessed Sacrament at St. Maurice, I had a holy hour that evening, and I pondered what had happened that day, and I was praying for the couple and their unborn child, and I heard God saying to me, "Yes, your prayers are working."